Hey everybody, Ramey here, and today I want to review the beta version of a new game called Valorant. If you're not familiar with what that is, the company that makes League of Legends, Riot, is creating a new game called Valorant. They've released the beta version. They released it last week, the full version is going to be released in the summer of 2020. So let's talk about, first of all, I'll tell you how I got into the beta version a little bit, and then let's review the game. So the game is a first-person shooter, very similar to like an Overwatch, Call of Duty type game, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But let me tell you, so first of all, if you even want access to the game, it's a beta. So this is a beta version. So if you're not familiar with the difference between alpha and beta, alpha is like when the game, like there's broken things and we're trying to fix it. Beta version means the game is mostly complete, but there's like little errors that you need users to go through and find them so that you can fix them. So Riot has released a beta version, and basically to get access to the beta version, you have to link your Twitch account to your League of Legends account, and then you have to watch Twitch streaming, and then they'll send you a code for the beta version, which you can download and then play. Oddly enough, I didn't watch any Twitch streams, and I was given a code for the beta version. That might be because A, I waited 3 days to check if I got the code, so maybe they're just making people wait like a day or two. And B, I'm a big League of Legends player, so maybe there's people who have like thousands of hours in League of Legends, they're just kind of giving them to them. Either way, I got the code. I have about 15 hours in the game so far. Wanted to do just a quick review on the beta version. And just tell you a little bit about the game, show you some gameplay, and just talk a little bit about it. So first of all, what's this game like? As I said, it's a first-person shooter, similar to like, CSGO or Overwatch or almost Halo or Call of Duty. It's like a mixture between all these games, right? So let's talk about it. So it's a first-person shooter. In the beginning, when you start the game, so you're going to choose a character. So what's really interesting about this is that choosing a character is not like, it's not like Halo or Call of Duty where you're just like a character and everyone's equivalent. It's more like an Overwatch, but it's almost less like Overwatch and more like what I would say Apex Legends is like, where you choose a character. Your character can be there's a healer, there's characters that can I don't want to necessarily say support, but like map control type characters. And then there's definitely characters who are geared towards, all their special moves are geared towards getting kills. So they would be like DPS, assassins, whatever you want to call them, damage people, however you want to call it. But, the ADC carry or whatever, like that's kind of their role. But here's the thing. It's very similar to Apex Legends in that every character, whether you're a healer, support, whatever they're going to call these people when they decide to group them up later, you use all the same weapons. So very similarly to Apex Legends, you're still a killer and using all the same weapons and have to have good gun control and all that stuff. But you have some special moves, which allow you to do some things that are kind of cool. So like I've been playing a lot of the healer, and the healer, I can like throw a grenade that like slows people. And my alt is that I can res someone up when they're dead. Just different things like that you can earn. So to start the game out, you choose this character, whoever you're going to choose. You only start the game with several characters, and then there are several characters you can unlock. I assume we're going to see lots of character releases, maybe even as the beta goes forward. So you start the game, you choose your character. Everyone has to choose a different character. There's one game type right now. So basically what the game type is you take this thing called the spike, and very similar to like not really a King of the Hill, but similar to that, more of like an assault where you had the bomb and Halo kind of thing. There are 3 bases on the map, A, B, C. There's a defending team and an offending team. The offense has the spike. They have to pick A, B, C, or C, take the spike to the part, plant it, and let it go. Then they have to defend the spike for a little bit of time, and then they win the round, or they can kill the other team and win the round. The other team, the defense, has to defend each of those 3 bases, figure out which base the team's going to go to, and hopefully kill them before they have to plant the spike, and if they do plant the spike, you can take it out. You just have to get there, kill the team, and be able to do it. That's the basic gist of the game. The games are so you play to 13 points. I've been playing for a while, and basically what I've been finding are a few things. So let's talk about like what I really, really, really like about the game. I like that I can be, unlike Overwatch. So in Overwatch, if you pick a tank, you're really a tank, and your goal is like, to be a tank, or if you're a healer, like you heal. In this, I can pick the healer person or more of the support person, but like I'm still a killer, and I still have all the same guns, and I still am able to do everything very similar to Apex Legends. I just have special moves which are geared more towards healing. So I do like that a lot about the game. Next thing I like about the game, I think it's kind of cool that you buy weapons. So at the start of each round, you can purchase what weapons you would like. So everyone, it's very equal. Now, after the first round, you get money for how many kills, if you won, that kind of thing. If you died, you lose, that kind of stuff. So, like, it's kind of cool that, like, you can, upgrade some weapons and stuff after the first round. There's not many upgrades, so I feel like pretty much by round 2 or 3 for the rest of the game, as long as you're doing okay, you pretty much are able to get what you want. But there's a bunch of weapons to choose from, and so you pick your weapons and you start the round. You pick you can buy like grenades and stuff like that, and depending what champ you play, the grenades might do something different. Like the grenade might be a killing grenade to someone else, a stunning grenade to another champ, and a slowing grenade to another champ. So there's cool things like that. What's really interesting about the game is that, let's say you're not like the best mouse and keyboard first-person shooter player. What's really cool is if you're not as quick with the mouse and keyboard, you can become really good at the strategic part of the game. And that is, when do you use your moves? Like when and where do you put a smokestack? When and where do you throw your grenade when the other team's coming in? Where do you set up like a little, notification that the team's going to pass this note? Like, where do you set traps and stuff to defend your base? So there's a lot of strategy going on. There's going to be players that are really good, like mouse and keyboard, quick first-person shooter people, and then there's going to be the strategic side of it, because it's a very strategic game to win. So I really like that. I think it's really cool the way they've set it up so far. So let's talk about what I don't like. And the thing is, it's almost unfair to talk about what I don't like, because I'm only playing one game type, and I'm only playing the beta version. So it's like they've hardly released the game. So what I don't like is I really, really, really wish that there was also a deathmatch game type right now released. I'm sure that's coming. So I just wish it was there, because usually deathmatch is a good chance when I'm starting to learn a new game. You die a lot, you're learning the map, you're learning everything. Deathmatch is a really good opportunity to do that, because you die, you spawn back, and keep doing that. Repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. When I'm playing this game type, it's like you die and you might sit there for 2 minutes, and I don't know the map yet. Maybe when you have a new player on your team, it's like, it makes it almost not as fun when you're first starting out. So I really wish they would add a deathmatch game type very soon, especially like I noticed that some of the games, you play to 13 points. Some of my games have went 45 to 60 minutes because the teams are very even and we keep going back and forth. Some games have only lasted like 15 minutes, but a deathmatch would also be like, let's say I have 20 minutes to play, I could easily play a 10-minute round. So I do hope that throughout the beta they bring those things in, because I'd really like to see that. And that's kind of one of my favorite game types. Like when I play CSGO or Call of Duty type game, I really like the deathmatch part. So I hope that they add a lot more game types. And remember, this is a beta, so they're totally going to do all that. It's just what they have released now. So let's talk about some other things. So how long is this beta going to last for? So if rumors are true, which I'm seeing lots of rumors on the web and blogs and everything like that, and even from Riot employees, all that we know at this point is that it's going to be a long time, possibly indefinitely. So the beta might last until the game is actually released, which is probably what's going to happen. I've heard Riot has confirmed that they are going to introduce ranked into the beta. Whether that's reset when the game is started, but they are going to introduce it, which means more game types are probably going to be coming, which is kind of cool. You can already, there's like options to set up matches and do stuff like that. So, you know, there is some customizability already. The maps for the game are really, I think that they're really good. I like them. They're not too big. They're not too small. There's enough happening that the games are, each round is pretty fast, like a minute, maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3. They're really not long rounds, which is kind of cool. But the game can, you know, as I said, last for a long time. So I'm really, really, really liking this game. I think it's pretty cool. I think one of the things, you know, I like Overwatch, and I'll just compare it to a few other games. So like I loved Halo. I grew up as a Halo person playing Halo. I love Halo, competitive Halo. So I've always liked that. When, you know, Call of Duty was always like okay, but I didn't. It was a little too quick for me. It was, you know, you had to, after so many kills and stuff, you would get items and stuff, but I didn't like that there were no moves. Overwatch, I really, really, really enjoyed, but I hated getting pigeonholed into the role of tank when maybe it wasn't my most favorite position to play, but I'd have to do it because no one else would want to, and there was no, like, option for me to get in to be a DPS, and I never liked that about the game, but I do love Overwatch a lot, and I think it's really cool the way it is. But I just didn't, there was that piece of it. So when Apex Legends came out, I'm not a big fan of the huge like arena, you know, games where it's like, you know, try to survive, you know, on an island. Those aren't necessarily my favorite game types, but I really, really, really liked Apex Legends a lot, whereas I didn't like Fortnite. Because what I liked about Apex Legends was that you had these special moves. Like I could be the healer, I could like flash, and I still love Apex Legends. I'm just not a fan of that game type per se. So when this game came out, I felt like, wow, it took what I liked from Apex Legends, took what I liked from like a Call of Duty first-person shooter, kind of combined them together, and I really, really think it's all got something. You know, the Twitch views each night are impressive. Tons of people are watching the game. Everyone I talk to who's played it is ecstatic about it and really likes it. Like, it's got a lot of hype. And I think it's called for. Like, it's fun. It's a cool game. It's new. It's another first-person shooter, and I hope it goes beyond just being another first-person shooter when we start to see more about it. But I really like the strategic element of it, and I think that's kind of cool. I think Riot's doing a good job there. So I think it's a fun game. I definitely think it's worth playing. It's going to be free to play when it does officially come out in the summer, but totally go get a beta key. Just go to the Valorant website, sign up, and watch some Twitch streams, connect your accounts, and get the key. Totally fun, worth playing. You kind of just jump right in and are able to play. So a lot of fun, definitely worth it. I really like it. I'm going to keep putting more hours into it. It's actually been cutting into my League of Legends gameplay recently, which is okay. I need to take breaks from League of Legends. I play that game so much, and ranked makes me so mad sometimes. So it's really cool to be able to play this game, which is also making me mad when I lose or die doing something I should have done. But anyway, definitely check it out. Really cool game. Thanks a lot, y'all.